Hey guys, this is Manmeet and welcome to our season premiere of Musique BC. In case you want to ask me something, my details are going to be in the description, so feel free. I usually don't bite on Sundays. Today we have with us Vardhan of Metaljesus magazine to talk about his love for music and his upcoming projects. Hello Harsha, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me here. So tell me, what's up?
On our show, we talk about music in detail. It could be any kind of music. You have been promoting a lot of music through your magazine, Metaljesus magazine.
Yes, it's an online magazine.
Can you give us a backstory on how it all happened, the idea behind it, and how you got started with it?
Okay. See, it was formed back in 2014, January. I'm not able to get the exact date, but it was back in Jan 2014, and it was along with another friend of mine, and we used to write for another magazine before that. In 2013, we quit that together and we decided to create something on our own lines, when he was here in the same city. And it just started on a very small scale by featuring local bands, and we had news featured from the local side from here and there, and then we did the first international feature with the band called Insomnium, the brutal death metal band from Australia, which was within the first 2 to 3 months after we established the magazine, and then that encouraged me to do a more organized level, and then I got in a few more people. We started organizing the tasks among each of us, and we started covering a lot of local events and shows, and that's how it went about, and then a lot of people from outside India have contributed occasionally. People from UK, Australia, USA, they've all contributed occasionally, and we've featured a lot of bands since then, and then I also had opportunity to tie up with major record labels and PR companies at an international level. So it was a slow start, but then again it started off on a very small level, but then I kept learning from other sites and magazines, constantly trying to tactically improvise on how I can get it forward, and then by the end of the day, it was all teamwork. People enjoyed writing stuff, and we just did it for the love of the music, and that's about it. It just started off on a very small level, and it's still going, I wouldn't say it's a huge magazine, but it's definitely improved compared to how it was back in 2014, and I'm glad that people are appreciating the work. And then we recently covered even the Deccan Rock, which had Behemoth headlined last month in Hyderabad. That show was mad, and I think I'm happy with what the output has been. There's still a lot to achieve with this stuff, but I think it's definitely better than how it was before.
You have achieved a lot in a limited time.
I wouldn't say it's an achievement. It's just 3 years. It's going to be 3 years this January 2017. But I would just say that it's just a lot of planning, a lot of brainstorming and stuff, After that, after my friend left the site back in 2015, then I decided to restructure everything in terms of getting deals with record labels, with the bands, and new members adding in. You know what I mean? It's just about having the right people on board, having the right tasks, even completing things on time, and fulfilling promises made to record labels and PR. You have a deal, you have to fulfill it. You have to honor the trust that people have in you. That's what I believe in at the end of the day. A lot of sites do that, but I'm still working on how I can possibly improve it over and over again. So that's the ultimate goal of the site. I don't make anything out of it, but I just do it for the love of the music.
Now, before we get to that, let's get to our segment called Song by Song. Here you get to pick 3 songs, talk about them and how these songs have inspired you. And why are these your 3 picks of this episode?
Okay.
What would be your first song?
There are too many songs that strike my mind, but I think I'll stick to metal for now, since we just try and keep it metal. The first song would be Mourning by Dimmu Borgir. I can't describe the melodies, the aggression that's brought about in that track, man. Mustus's orchestral work is just beyond. The whole album is just one hell of a ride, man. Enthroned Darkness Triumphant is one of those albums that actually got me into just extreme black metal stuff,
A sevenfold strikes into the sky.
I can't describe how much of that has brought about on me as an influence as a person, but I think it's one of those bands which you cannot stay without listening into at least one song in a day,
Now, talking about love of music, let's talk about your influences.
That goes a long way back. I mean, I remember playing this game called Tony Hawk's Pro Skater back when I was 7 or 8 years old, I'm not sure. And one of the theme songs of that game was Ace of Spades by Motorhead. I had no idea what that song was, but it was fast, it was heavy. I enjoyed it at that time. And then fast forward to about, say, high school. And then I listened to that song again. And that time I actually knew, I actually got into rock and heavy metal kind of stuff. And then when I heard that song again at one point, it hit me. Nostalgia hit me. And that's when I started exploring more and more metal, I mean, I listen to a lot of stuff from extreme metal to rock, jazz, some nice Carnatic stuff. I listen to whatever pleases me. I just listen to good music, man, by the end of the day. I mean, I love heavy metal. I love extreme music. But I listen to anything that sounds good, that pleases me by the end of the day.
Now, that being said, what would be the second song?
Well, gotta say it, man. I mean, Insomnium's The Day It All Came Down.
Oh wow, that's a great pick. Insomnium is one of those few bands who have hardly released any bad song.
Yep, gotta agree with you on that. Every album is epic, man. I can't describe how Insomnium writes music like that, but it sounds amazing, man. It's soulful. I mean, I can sleep listening to that music. It's aggressive, it's melodic, it's ambient, man. There's got a lot of soul in their music, so it's something that I can't ignore. Insomnium would be that there always for me. It's always there in my playlist.
So what does future hold for you, Harsh?
Well, on the musical aspect, there is Metaljesus magazine. I'm looking at expanding with more international bands, and they possibly look at covering more international festivals, And then I'm also looking at having more people aboard, and and I also one day look forward to launch the physical copies of the album. I mean, the magazine, sorry. So, and there's Proximity on the other hand, where I manage a lot of bands, PR and stuff. It's got members from Germany, Bulgaria, and Belgium as well. So a couple of new international signings from UK and a couple of them from India as well. Well, I'm just handling it single-handedly, so if I do a mistake, nobody gets to be blamed here. I have to be a lot careful when it comes to handling bands. So earlier this year I signed up with Rudra, which was a total game changer for me. Slowly I started signing up a few more bands. It's expanded, it's going slowly, it's being worked out. So yeah, I don't know, a lot of people have actually contributed selflessly, you know what I mean? So I just give them the tasks and they just do it. It's there, it's just done there, it's ready. So I don't have to cry about it or take it over my head. Of course, we all do other stuff during our days, but it gets delayed sometimes. Yeah, I mean, we just do our own thing, you know. I mean, I don't look at it as a competition or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I just do my own thing. It's always a learning process, if you ask me, you know. Constantly keep making improvements in whatever you do, and there you are. I mean, I'm still working on things that I can improve on, not just this, and even stuff with my proximity. I started with on a very small level. It's grown. It's still growing. Proximity Productions is still growing.
Alright, so thank you, Harsh. Thank you for being here with us.
Hey, thank you so much.
Now, let's have our last and third song.
Alright, the last song has to be Death's Green Bloody Gore. It's one of the songs I heard back at high school. Can't describe, man. I mean, Chuck is just one of those gods who I wished I would actually see right in front of me, you know. But some things you can't bring back, so at least the music lives.
So here I am, Manmeet, signing off. Remember, Musique BC is produced by me and the introduction music is given by my friend Muhammad Bashar. And before we leave, let's listen to this badass song.
Alright, cheers!
The bonds of the blood of the dead, and all these things shall stand in your head. All is enough for the tale will tell. Send it by your life, cause the rats smell. The man of us can't see